the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, so this is the next tweet. To blame Meghan Markle for Prince Harry stepping back from royal life is distasteful. To blame Meghan Markle when you, the male online, has made his life hell on earth from birth. Blaming Meghan when he's been very vocal about his hated for royal life from a young age. So let's listen. Screenshots, okay?
Does it live up to the fairy tale?
No, not at all. That's the example of me probably being too much army and not enough prince.
Too much army, not enough prince. He sees them as two quite distinct parts of his life.
I'll always be enjoying my job, and however long that may carry on for, then obviously I've got the other job to fall back on. So I know Guy was continually suggesting to me that I go for 8-hour walks up in the hills and stuff like that. I was like, Guy, you know, fine for you because you've got the time to, but if I wasn't stuck in an office typing up emails or sitting in a cockpit flying around the UK, I was in London, you know, doing something else, wearing a suit and tie. So it has been quite tricky, but you know, I'm fit and able. I'm 29 years old.
You're going to become an uncle again for the second time?
I am going to become an uncle again for the second time, hopefully. So yeah, it's very exciting news.
With that growing family, your prospects of becoming king reduced, don't they?
Great.
All right, so let me look at this TikTok below it. Oops.
Be this, and as he's told many other journalists over the years, Harry, that he never wanted to be a member of the royal family. He longed to go off and live in Africa and be a safari guide or work in conservation. I remember.
Yeah, he had said that at the when he did an interview with Matt Lauer. I've shared this video with you guys a couple of times. Yeah, he had said that.
Like what?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a policeman, but that never happened. I wouldn't want to be that now.
Most popular cop on the block.
Exactly.
What would you want to do? How about you, Harry?
He'd probably sit in and play computer games and drink beer.
Thanks a lot. No, I honestly, I don't know how well this would get out, but I'd probably live in Africa. I'd like to spend all my time out there.
In a humanitarian
both. It would be a humanitarian aspect and as well as a sort of safari aspect. As a job, it'd probably be a safari guide, and then
it'd be really good for me because he wouldn't be around, you see, so I get the highest to myself.
At the same time, you know, splitting my time between a charity, you know, in Lesotho, probably Lesotho as well. If you know, if I became normal tomorrow, then I'd have
that word normal comes up a lot, doesn't it? It really is. It's kind of the holy grail out there.
I feel abnormal.
Many times.
Telling me that years ago. So there was always that thought in the back of his mind that it was that he wanted. And somebody else pointed out to me when that story came out last week that, and this has been demonstrably proved, that Meghan, very shortly after she joined the royal family, she was looking at other commercial deals that she could do. At the time, was exploring programming and linking up. So I think it's recollections may vary on the suggestion that they were forced out. Should we say?
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, you know, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
It was both.
Both.
I needed to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed.
Prince Charles expected his butler to keep visits to Camilla a secret from the princess.
Paul just turned around to him and said, "Well, are you expecting me to lie for you, Your Royal Highness?" And Prince Charles said, "Well, yes. Yes, I am." And went into this histrionics about being the King of England, the future King of England, the Prince of Wales, and you will lie, stamping his feet, and then threw this book in Paul's direction.
After she joined the royal family, she was looking at other commercial deals that she could do. At the time, was exploring programming and linking up. So I think it's recollections may vary on the suggestion that they were forced out. Should we say?
And you will lie, stamping his feet, and then threw this book in Paul's direction.
All right, and these are images. Okay, Daily Mail. They've been blasted as the most entitled, disingenuous people on the planet. Meghan is Harry's caregiver and is reparenting him. What the hell? They both are individual. They could. Oh my God.
Told me this.
Okay, we read that already, and there's all of that. I mean, Harry's a smart man. He knew what he wanted. Okay, they are attacking Meghan because Harry took the press to court, and soon to be revealed that Charles and Williams are involved the whole time. These attacks are done to break Harry by attacking Meghan. They have done this blueprint before, so Harry and Meghan know what it is about and unbothered. Yeah, I think so too. This person gets it. This person gets it. Yeah, it's just noise. Rebecca reflection don't vary. Was it Rebecca reflections? Okay, let me stop laughing. Rebecca reflections don't vary. Harry and Meghan work hard and did well, and that didn't go well for William and Kate. So the Meghan got worse, thinking she will leave Harry. What you didn't know, Harry living with his wife, and the royal family look worse than ever for the Harry and Meghan. And the thing is that, and I said it before, I'm gonna get ready for the next tweet. Harry and Meghan had their foundation. They spoke, they fixed things that they saw that wasn't right, like the argument that they had, or misunderstanding that they had about the way Harry spoke to her, and they fixed that.
When my wife saved me,
yeah.
You know, I was stuck in this world,
yeah,
and she was from a different world and helped sort of draw me out of that. But none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah,
as we know, it's one of the, you know, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah,
but you got to start with changing yourself. and allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, "You can't do that with me. I will not be with a person who does that. I will not have children with a person who does that. You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself." And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me to, she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self. And what a gift. And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked. She said, is it because that was how you were brought up, or that you've experienced or seen or heard, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
an
understanding of how these things manifest themselves, and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
So Harry, like he said, he needed that. He needed that tough talk. So if he wanted a family the way he was, Meghan will not accept it, whether he's a warrior or not. Meghan was not having it. So their foundation, they were setting their foundation for the future. So when they raise children, so they could be on the same page. And I think this is what's happening right now. Okay, next tweet. Apparently, Prince Harry and Meghan living in Montecito has increased house prices, businesses for locals, restaurants, and attract tourists to the area. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's the crime that Harry and Meghan committed. Should we call it the Sussex effect? All right, so let's listen to this.
Released an article about Harry and Meghan, and although some of it might see it as a hit piece, they did make a slight attempt to make it balanced. They quoted many anonymous sources who said that they'd worked with the couple and they actually needed therapy afterwards. However, they did throw in some positive sources as a way of trying to balance the article. So one guy who worked on Harry's book tour said he is hands down the nicest celebrity that he's ever met, with incredible manners. Another past employee said Meghan was just lovely and genuine to work with, and a Spotify employee said they were both really lovely to work with. The article even states that one employee who worked on Meghan's podcast with her said she had a terrible experience, but did receive a thank you note and a gift from Meghan when they finished working together.
Oh, please.
Meanwhile, some anonymous Montecito residents...
Wait a second. The gift, that has to do with when Meghan was leaving the UK, she threw a little party. Are they throwing... I did not read the Vanity Fair article, but I did read a small portion, a screenshot someone shared, someone who read everything. I did read that part, but not the entire article. But I remember, was it Omid who was saying it, that when they were leaving, they threw a small little party for the people who were working with them? I don't know if they took some part of that from there. But anyway, let's continue.
Have described Meghan and Harry in the article as entitled and disingenuous. However, at the end of the article, the locals actually did say what the problem was with Harry and Meghan, and it appears to be the increased visits from out-of-towners, it being impossible to get a walk-in booking at a local steakhouse that the couple frequent, and increased house prices. So to me, this is less to do with the couple's character and more to do with the inconvenience of living next to megastars. However, every source that Vanity Fair did speak to has estimated that the couple were deeply in love.
So there's another one here. Okay, so there's a music on that one, so forget that one. This is Image. Alright, during the Invictus. Okay, New York Post, I'm not gonna read that. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle blast as local villain by California neighbors. That's BS. Alright, the Murdoch people. Alright, let's go to the next one. These people, my God. This is what the US is turning into. France, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout because Bojo's sister had warned us because our news were too honest. They didn't want honesty. They knew what they were doing. Okay, Harry and Meghan are...
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only... and forcing the press into humiliating payouts is not going to be particularly good for the Sussexes. And it's certainly not great for the press, which is on the hook. I think the total payouts for phone hacking and other illegal information gathering is up to $1 billion, and there are many, many more cases to try. So my point about all this is, I think we only have losers here, and it's in all our interests that we have a strong, vigorous and honest press. And if it was strong, vigorous and honest, I agree that the press would have reported more on the judgment, the Prince Harry judgment that came through on Friday, than it did. It was basically a broadcast story, far more than it was a print story. And of course, the print and broadcast are in competition, so you can sort of understand that. So my question is, who wins out of this? Has Prince Harry done the press lasting damage? Do you think that as a result of the judgment that went against Mirror Group newspapers, we're going to see some sort of state regulation of the press? I genuinely hope not. I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
Example of excellence, loving and caring for all. Harry and Meghan, they talk. Okay, so 2 minutes and 14 seconds. If there's a music, I'm just gonna fast forward it. Yeah. All right, let me just fast forward it. Okay. I'm laughing at this because the father was trying to reenact this. It didn't go too well. Alright, OMG can be serious. Okay, what exactly is of your stupidity? What was this? Harry and Meghan are example of excellence. Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness. What exactly is the size of your stupidity for you to be this hateful, jealous, toxic, racist, evil, bitter, raining trolls and pain because of Meghan and Harry's video? I didn't mention your name or tag you. Remember, Harry and Meghan are not the reason you are on love and hate. Let's take the moment to black this. I don't have time for these people. They all into the Sussexes things, but every time they come with their stupidity. Excellent. A family like trash. Well, the royal family, they claim they've that prestige. Look how they treated Princess Diana. Let me read this here. Okay, let's pause. And then I'm gonna black this. Okay, only toxic, racist, evil, bitter family lie to misinform the public, to hate Meghan and Harry, to cover up for their evil, then blame them for defending themselves. Common sense is far from you, so you won't you won't know. May your family did the same to see. Okay, to see. Alright, let's see here. Is that the same person? Yeah. Both sides of the family don't get along with them, colleagues, accusers. Okay, so this is the thing. They're bringing the thing from Vanity Fair. Let me listen to this before I black this person. All right, let's see something. I want it to come back. All right, go into it. Pause it.
And further right now. Yeah, I think the scale of the public fighting is something that we didn't expect. It's really getting out of hand now. This concerted briefing by the palace to the Times newspaper in London that a number of staff who worked for Meghan were mistreated or were bullied. You know, it's very obvious that they have planted that as an attack on her ahead of this big interview. And it's somewhat rich when you consider that, you know, the royal family have spent hundreds of years bullying and mistreating their staff. That's one of the main things that royal families do. And you don't have to go back far in history either. You know, Prince Andrew, Princess Anne, Princess Margaret were renowned for the awful way that they treated people in the palace. And, you know, for example, with Prince Andrew, it didn't turn out so well, did it?
I wanted to listen in small one.
Had about Kate and about this just before the wedding, that there were the tears, and I think at the time it was actually
I wrote the story.
It was your story, wasn't it? And the story that you wrote was that there was an argument before the wedding regarding the bridesmaids' dresses. In fact, let's just see what she said about it. Hold on. So they are saying with your story, the reverse happened from your story.
A few things on that. First of all, as you know, I don't write things that I don't believe to be true and that haven't been really well sourced. What's interesting about them coming out with that now is, obviously, I'm well known for doing royal coverage, so at any point in time when we had published that, I would have expected to have received a phone call saying it's wrong or it's misconstrued, this mustn't be reported again. I don't know, you'd even expect editorial compliance to be involved. That never happened.
Remember, they were preventing Harry and Meghan from defending themselves. And that was one of the things that frustrated Harry, because the royal family never really stood up for them. Okay, and I think he said something, what is it? Silence is betrayal. He said to, was it when he was promoting Spare? I have it somewhere. All right, so they were preventing them from defending themselves. That's what the Oprah interview.
Institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto, and it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private, being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story, and in the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayal.
From defending themselves. That's what the Oprah interview was about. All of the lies they accumulate against them, so they had to do the Oprah interview to tell their side of the story. Okay?
I've got to say, though, that's all addressed in that interview, isn't it? Because they said that she couldn't understand why nobody stood up for her. Nobody phoned up and said, that's not true.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But it wasn't as if the entire machinery didn't have plenty of time on their so-so to address that if they didn't think it's true.
She also said that very machinery was part of the reason that these stories continued to be perpetuated, was because nobody within the establishment, the institution, stood up for her. They let you write these stories, but they didn't ever refute them.
That's right.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, Harry had even said similar thing too. Okay, they could put a piece to defend the rest of the royal family, but for him and Meghan, they won't. So this is where Harry said silence is betrayal. Okay, Tina, where is the person? Did I black the person already? Okay, so I guess I did already. Next tweet. Okay, I have one more. Okay, it's the I am now going to drag my wife on the stage, Prince Harry. He is a man I love and appreciate the way he loves my girl. It's the Meghan. You will always be loved. We sharing this since Martin Luther King Day. And it's Meghan's favorite quote. All right, let's listen to that.
Reminds me. As my wife often reminds me of one of her favorite quotes by Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. You aren't always going to agree. You may find yourselves frustrated with the older generation when it seems like they don't care. But try to remove that judgment. Try to remember that not everyone sees the world the way that you do, but that doesn't mean they don't care. Be honest, take risks, change your thoughts and change the world, and dare to be the greatest generation of all time.
Okay.
I'm now going to try and drag my wife on stage.
Drag.
Guys, I am with you, and we are with you. Get to work.
Okay, so that's that. And the quote next to it is what Harry had spoken. All right, recited. Okay, so I have one more after this one, and it has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. Okay, this is just one of the many reasons why we continue to love and support Meghan and Harry. This was back in 2022 when they provided black-owned food trucks to the King Center. They're not just a bunch of talk, they show action to prove service is universal. Martin Luther King Day. Okay, so they put that out. I think I shared that. Okay, thank you, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, to providing local black-owned food trucks for the King Center, King's Day, King Day Community Service Project volunteered today. I'm so grateful for your graciousness and honoring my father. All right, Martin Luther King Day, beloved community. So that's the picture here. There's that. Any comments? Okay. Oh yes. So kind and thoughtful. Not king. Kind. Maybe she meant king. Okay. Who's that? Alright. So let's black. Oops. Let's black. Alright. So this is my last. So well. Okay. LOL video. The other day I showed you a video of another where a dog and dog is very funny. Brothers fight. Alright, so this is a dog, as you can see, like okay, someone sitting on the couch eating, I don't know, some chips or something, and the dog wants some, and you're gonna see a young another person come, you know, like begging like a dog, not like a dog, but to ask for some of the chips, and she will get some, and then you're gonna see the dog reaction, preventing him, the dog, from getting the chips. Okay. Push the dog. He's salivating. Look at him. Watch. He pulled the girl. Look at this. He was annoyed here. It's like, get out of my way. Both of them. What? Like, enough. Oh my God, I have to mute it. There's a music. All right, so let's do a prayer. The last prayer that I did was prayer for victory and protection. So let's keep that, and let's see if there's an image I could do. Let's do this one. Okay, 6 powerful prayers for real victory. Our Father in heaven, let your name. Okay, let's pick something else. Let's do this one. Prayer for victory over strongholds. No demon on earth will prosper, for I am equipped and ready to to charge into battle, and your mighty armor, and stepping out in faith, for the battle is always won. You are always by my side, therefore I cannot and will not ever be defeated. Yet if I do stumble and fall or lose my way, I can rest assured knowing that you will pick me up and comfort me. Okay, so this one is pretty good. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so this is a video. I need to do a thumbnails and everything is good. I'm probably gonna make it public in a few minutes. So right now it's 4:07 a.m. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and that video will be on our PYTE Sussex. The one that I'm talking in will be on PYTE. It's the one that's on the screen that will be on our PYTE Sussex. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching.